Hey, welcome to the Millionaires of Faded Wellness Center series, SoftPower Empire. I'm your host, Kanisha, and I'm very excited to bring this very special series. Before we get started, I wanted to give you a little background on the Millionaires Movement and why this series is so important for me to complete. As you may know, Faded Wellness Center focuses on balancing life mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, sexually, and emotionally. If any area of your life is not balanced, we tend to fall apart at the seams, sometimes not very aware until it's too late. The Millionaires movement was developed to help individuals who were seeking financial freedom to be able to achieve just that. In October of 2022, I had a very vivid dream that God was calling me to help 1 million people to become millionaires. I didn't believe I had what it took to answer that call, so I resisted. Very hard, I might add. I made a post on social media the next day, and the feedback was really shocking. I was really shocked at just the positive energy that was given back to me. So I started a group on Facebook and started going live trying to help the people, but it didn't feel authentic to me. I felt like I was putting on makeup and getting up, and that just wasn't me and who I was, and trying to, be like other influencers and doing the things that other influencers were doing, going live 10 times a day and pushing out offers and things. And it just didn't feel in alignment with me and my authentic self. And something was missing. I kept feeling like I was a fraud. If I didn't have $1 million in the bank, how could I help others become millionaires? So one day I just stopped it altogether. Then in November of 2024, I had another dream that was so vivid, I woke up in a sweat. It was like God was upset with me. And he was telling me that I needed to help 1 million people become millionaires. It was so vivid. It was like the voice of God was rumbling through my soul and told me that I had to do something and I had to do it. It was imperative for mankind for me to be able to help these 1 million people become millionaires. And during that time, it was like, we had a change of administration and things were changing with the way that jobs that had security were no longer being secure. So it was like pressing on me and pressing on me that I had to make these millionaires be born. I realized at that point that I had already helped at least 12 people over the years become millionaires. And I also realized while I did not have $1 million in my bank account, I had earned over $1 million a few times, once even in just a little over a year. And I realized at that point that I did have something inside and I had what it took to become a millionaire, but not only become a millionaire myself, help others to become millionaires. And it was pressing on me like it was like something that was like a burning desire that just wouldn't go anywhere. So I realized during my undergrad time that I had created a business model that was looked at by over 7 professors and my peers. And all of the professors had PhDs in business, and they all gave me positive feedback with little tweaks here and there that I decided that I was going to take into consideration. One day I decided to take a leap of faith and try this thing out, and for real. I wanted to jump in feet first, starting in January 2025, and I was going to just give it all I had. But in December of 2024, grief hit me hard again. It wasn't right. It just didn't feel right because I was going through grieving process, and with a broken heart, I just didn't have the desire and the drive to be able to help others when really I was just in a broken space. I tried other areas of helping people out, but nothing seemed to work. I always wanted to be able to help others, but it was just like nothing was sticking, nothing was working. It was like nothing was feeling right. I was always somehow reminded day after day that of this assignment of the million and millionaires, whether it was a post that reminded me or someone that said something to me or a conversation that I had. I was always reminded that this was an assignment that I had and it was called on by God. I'm not going to lie. I had a big fear because I felt like it was just too big, even for me. I was afraid. What happened is I would have ideas and I would say things to people and they'd be like, oh my God, that's too big. You think too big. And people would make me feel bad about my big thinking. And so I became afraid to give people ideas and to say things. And then people on social media didn't make things any better. they weren't so inviting to the ideas. I had people coming at me in my inbox saying, "Oh, well, why are you always talking about money and you broke?" Or things like, they looked at the exterior and they didn't look at the interior or what I had done, because I'm not one of those type of people that's going to just flash everything. Oh, I made $1 million this year. I've just never been that person, nor will I be that person. So people in social media are looking like, oh, well, if you're not flying on jets and private jets and things of that nature, then you're not that. So why would we believe you? So it was just like social media and the people around me, my friends started not being the people that I thought that they were. And my closest friends were no longer in the same places. I completely shut down. The whole idea, I just shut it down. And then one day, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to work on myself. And the things that I was trying to show others to do, I was just going to pour it into myself. How could I show someone something and I wasn't really, showing up as the best version of myself every day? So I took that time in January of 2025 and I started pouring into myself and doing the things that I wanted to show other people to do. And during that time, I was working on developing workshops curated for helping others to become millionaires. What I learned during this process is 90% of it is mindset. The other 10 is just being consistent. A lot of times we get caught up in being perfect, like being at perfection, the look of perfection, because everybody is scrutinizing us instead of just giving what we have, our best version. And even if it comes up at 75% at that moment, keep showing up. That 10% of consistency, just keep showing up. So I just kept showing up and decided that I was going to show up for you guys. And I'm very excited to bring to you the series, The Soft Powered Empire. Did you ever feel that you needed a psychology degree, a large sales funnel, and an exorcism just to sell your offer online? I know I have. I have been stuck trying to figure out what was I going to do to be able to get these workshops out there or have these events. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I was putting events together and not being able to get people to want to come to them. I was like, trying to, oh, I'm going to help them. And I even offered for one full year to help people for whatever they could afford. So it wasn't like, oh, well, money was an issue and they didn't have the money, because it was like whatever you could afford. And with that, people were not able to afford it. They would take the services and do things, but then they weren't cultivating and curating the businesses that they were saying that they wanted. I put down together ebooks and sales funnels and social media platforms for hundreds of people and was not compensated one dime. And sorry, when you said that, I resonated with that. But I'm recording. Oh. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Have you ever felt stuck in how to launch a product, a service, or event? So I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've been stuck for years. I wanted to launch my podcast. I wanted to do events. I wanted to put things together. And what I realized is that it's a matter of planning, but then it's also consistency and how you execute. And what I also realized is that you needed to be able to have some type of connection. Welcome to the Soft Power Empire series, where selling doesn't feel like you're selling your soul. Now, that's the biggest part for me, because I felt like, because I wasn't being my authentic self and being able to be who I was showing up to be, I felt like I had sold myself soul in order to, be this millionaire. Because the way that we've been conditioned is that we have to look a certain way and act a certain way and talk a certain way in order to be able to be in a certain financial status. And that's not true at all. In this episode, we're going to show you how to sell more without selling out. We're kicking off with a big truth. You don't have to be loud, pushy, manipulative, or even conniving to make more sales. In fact, the people who are making the most impact are the ones using soft power, influence, integrity, and vibes. Yep, that's right. We're bringing vibes into business, y'all. Let's break it down. Hard power is buy now or you're missing out forever. People tend to go to the fear of missing out because as humans, we do tend to fear of missing out. So it's act now, or you're going to die, or buy my stuff if you want to live, or if you want to be this best version of yourself, you got to get it. But that's not necessarily true. Soft power is how can I genuinely help you if you're ready? I know that we've been conditioned by so many influencers in our faces telling us on the daily, get this product or you're going to die, or this is the way you're going to get it. And now we start in the copycat syndrome. It's like follow the biggest cat. Who's making the most noise? Who's got the most stuff going on? So we just going to copy it. And now people are stuck in having the same thing, maybe changing the colors or changing the way your outfit looks, but there's no authentic behavior going on in the world today. How can you show up as your authentic self when you're trying to mask someone else and that someone else has on a mask? They're not being authentic. You have mentors that are teaching people like, hey, do it how I did it, and this is how it is, and it's all psychology. It's not necessarily true. You have to be able to identify with the people. So where we're at is soft power equals influence and alignment. There's no manipulation, there's no pretending, no weird DM scripts where people call you boss out of nowhere. That's something that, hey, boss is this, and what up, boss, that. And it's like, you don't even know me. I might not be a boss to you, but it's because you think that I'm connecting with you because I'm copying the rest of the cats out there. I look like I'm in alignment with what everything else, everybody else is doing. So Oprah, if you look at Oprah or Beyonce or your cool friend who sells out all the events without ads, they're able to attract the right people, and they're being real and they're being clear and they're offering value. So this is what you have to do. This is why it works. People don't buy because of logic. That's, you would think, oh, this product makes sense because it makes sense to me, but they typically buy because they feel seen, they feel safe, and they feel like you get them. So that means that they're feeling heard. So that's where it is. It's where connections. You have to make impact and make a connection with the person. That's why I say in sales, you build a rapport. Here are the 3 soft power sales keys. One is clarity. You're not just selling a product or service, you're offering a transformation. Most of the times when you're looking to go into sales, you have to have a product that's going to transform someone's situation. I'm broke, so I need to make more money. What do you have? I'm stuck in business. I have this business idea and I want to be able to make more sales. What do you have? I need peace. I need something that's going to make me feel better about my situation. Weight loss is a big one. Health and wellness. A lot of people are needing health and wellness because they want to lose weight. Now you have this guru out here that's had all kinds of surgery, they've worked in the gym, they eat still whatever they want to, but they're selling these shots and things of that nature that are not healthy. They're not taking these shots, but they're, it's like people want the transformation. So all you do is show these side by side pictures, and it's not, selling them what they actually need, but they're buying it because they want that transformation. That comes into credibility. You need social proof, results, and aligned values. Like I said with the first example, people with these transformations. Okay, I lost 100 pounds in 25 days, but they're not telling you, okay, I went to this doctor. I respect anybody that went to whoever's doctor. I respect it. But at the end of the day, be truthful and authentic with your people. Oh, it wasn't the shots that did it. It was the doctor that did it. Work out something with being an influencer for the doctor if that's what gave you the transformation that they're looking for. And connection, messaging that makes people say, oh my God, that's me. How do I identify with that person? Like for me, a big thing is I was 417 pounds at one point in time plus. So people that are larger, they understand it's hard walking up the steps. It's hard going from your car to the supermarket. It's hard when you have bad knees when you get to a certain age. It's hard. So you be able to connect with the people and say, I identify exactly what you have going on because that was me at a point in time, or that was my mom or my sister or my loved one, and we had to deal with that. So it's like, okay, what kind of connections do you make to the people? Let's take a moment to digest this. Here's an example of a bad sales strategy. Hey, want to buy my 8-week mindset boot camp? You need it. Versus the soft power sales. If you've been grinding but feel stuck, this is for you. You see what the difference is at? Most people are grinding and they do feel stuck. So now this 8-week boot camp might be better for them versus, hey, want to buy my 8-week mindset boot camp? No, I don't. Because what does it have to offer me? And it's like, basically, I'm just giving to you my money. What are you giving me? We have been conditioned to be in a me, like, what's in it for me society. So I've been grinding and I still feel stuck. this might be for me. This might be for me. See what the difference is? Let's put this into action. Here are 3 soft power steps for today. 1, I want you to clarify your offer's transformation. What are they really buying? Is it time? Is it peace? Is it confidence? Is it joy? Like, what is it that they're really buying? Step 2 would be to identify your credibility points, not just your credentials. Okay, I went to school, I got a master's degree, but we want testimonials. Who have you helped? Some kind of stories that's going to show your credibility and your lived experiences. Like I said, with the weight loss journey, I was 417 plus pounds. I'm 182 pounds right now, and I'm trying to get back down maybe to 160. So now I understand what that point is. So now I'm moving into, these are my life experiences. These are the things that I've done. These are the things that I find helpful. I went from 117 pounds to 230 pounds. And now I'm back down to, like, I understand that yo-yo diet effect. I understand all of it. So I can identify with the people that can also identify with what I've been through. Drop a got it into the comments if you had an aha moment at some point in time. Now we're going to go into step 3. Rewrite one piece of content in a soft, connection-based tone. Whether it's a post, an email, or a DM, focus on helping, not hustling. That's the big thing. Most people are always, okay, I got this hustle for you. I got to make this bread. I'm the 6-figure this person, or the $1 million man, or the whatever the case may be. It's all sounding like a hustle. How do you connect and make impact? What are you doing to make connect and impact with the people? Whether you're selling t-shirts, how is your t-shirt going to be different from any other t-shirts? T-shirts for $50. How is it that a Louis Vuitton t-shirt is going to sell more than someone else's t-shirt, and yours costs more to make it? Because it's the value, the connection that they have. So if this made you feel like you can finally sell your way, join our community by hitting the subscribe button. Next, we're diving into the psychology of influence. Trust me, it's going to be juicy. Grab your free Soft Power Sales checklist in the link below. And like I said, join the community. You can join the Millionaire Movement, where we have free books, we have free resources, we have workshops that we do for anybody that wants to have financial freedom. We'll also have our Soft Power Empire. We have it on sale. The links for that is also in the comments. Remember, you don't have to sell harder. You just have to connect deeper and make a positive impact. See you in the next episode. But for now, don't just dream it, deposit it. Namaste.